Okay, it's the 11th of August. This is Rabbi Levitt, Horeb.
Okay. And we're on 226, the last entry that's from the Torah in Bamidbar. And thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, if a man die and have no son, then ye shall cause his inheritance to pass unto his daughter. And if he have no daughter, then ye shall give his inheritance to his brethren. And if he have no brethren, then he shall give his inheritance unto his father's brethren. And if his father have no brethren, then he shall give his inheritance unto his kinsman that is next to him of his family, and he shall possess it. And it shall be unto the children of Israel a statute of judgment, as the Lord commanded Moshe.
Okay, so what we did over here is we started this new section, respect for human property, on page 225. So we just finished the reading of all the psukim. But I think that we didn't actually finish the whole section of the previous section, respect for the human body. I think we got to read 333, the very last section.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
Lou would like to do some reading.
Okay,
Yeah.
333, page 224. Yeah, that's where my bookmark is actually.
Oh, okay. So this is still on Mishpatim then. Okay.
Yeah. You must not kill. You must not directly or indirectly endanger a man's life. You may only kill one who intends without doubt to murder you if there is no other way of preventing him. Similarly, if you witness a man intending to murder or intending murder or the violation of another's chastity, and you can save the physical or moral life of the attacked only by killing the attacker, you may kill the latter. However, wherever possible, you must warn him first. And where you can save the attacked by destroying a limb of the attacker, you must not kill. Again, you must not save yourself or another by taking the life of a third person who does not threaten either of you. To accelerate the death of a dying person by taking away a pillow, etc., or by otherwise moving or touching him is murder. Do not strike or injure. Do not cause mutilation, pain, sickness, or other physical impairment by physical force, by an implement, food, shock, or other means. Never lift your hand to strike your neighbor. Only if you see your brother lift his hand to strike his fellow, may you, if you cannot help yourself, prevent him from sin by beating him. Similarly, a father may prevent his son or anyone prevent those in his or her care from sin, and if necessary, beat them for chastisement and education without summoning them to court. Otherwise, however, you may strike only in defense, never in revenge or ill will, or if you are called wicked.
Otherwise, you may strike only in defense, but never in revenge or ill will. Or you are called wicked. Okay. Okay. So that's the conclusion of that section of respect for the human body. That's what we did. Okay. And now we could go directly to the commentary of Rav Hirsch. We did the psukim previously, and now we do. So we're up to section 334 now, and we go to Alan to continue the reading. Please take your red mic off, Alan.
All right. Just as God gave his body to the human spirit as a tool for his human activities, and the body must be respected for the spirit within it, so he also gave him the earth with all that is on it and that belongs to it, so that he may freely acquire it and dispose of it according to his destiny. Therefore, as a human being states that he has acquired something which belongs to the earth and comes within the realm of his body, it becomes his own as much as the body which God has allotted to him. All that is his own which this earthly creature produces, just as he freely acquired it, so he can dispose of it freely. Only if he gives up his right to it, either in general terms, so that it reverts to the earth, or in favor of a stated person by gift, sale, loan, etc., can it be acquired again in the first case by any, and in the second by the stated human being. And if Hashem recalls a human being from the earth, it is his law that those who acquired life through him should also through him acquire the meanings of living and working. And if there are none, it reverts to those that gave him life. And if these are no more than to the heirs, etc., laws of inheritance. Whatever, therefore, a human being calls his own by virtue of authority, whatever that is, he assimilates from nature or whatever another human being has yielded his right to in his favor by means of sale or gift, or what comes to him as an heir, and whatever they produce by all men as his, that is due to him, and he must in other words, any earthly product adapted is his property.
Okay. Very good. All right. Okay. Fine. So let's go to 335. We go to back to Lou.
335, page 227. Therefore, just as it is God's command that you shall not kill or injure, that you shall respect the body for the divine spirit within it, so also it is God's command that you shall not steal or rob. You must respect all human property, even though it may be under your control, because of the human spirit which owns it, and because of the divine order by virtue of which it is his. For property is but an artificial extension of the body. If you steal or rob, you sin not against matter, but against the invisible human spirit which hovers over it, and against Hashem. who demands of you respect for the human spirit and its property. Human concourse shall be ruled not by the visible or by force, but by the invisible, by ideas and right, the action of the human spirit authorized by Hashem. If you steal or rob, you at once defile the spiritual destiny of man and Hashem, who has destined him for it. You reduce man to the level of the beast, which knows only force. Nay, beneath the level of the beast, which applies force only by divine command, while he has destined you for higher things.
Let's try to see if we could figure out this last sentence.
Yeah.
Okay, so a person who steals, so if you steal or rob, you're defiling the spiritual destiny of the person you stole from and Hashem. Why? Because Hashem was the one who destined, that was that man's destiny or woman's destiny, that they should have it. And so you're defiling that spiritual destiny of that person. In addition to that, he says, you reduce man, I guess the person that you stole from, to the level of the beast, which knows only force. Or he says even beneath the level of the beast, which applies force only by divine command. In other words, when one animal attacks another animal, it sounds like what Rav Hirsch is saying, that force is there only by divine command. That's what Hashem commanded that the animal do. So that's why he does what he does. But when a person applies force against another human being, and he steals property from him, so then that's even that's below that, because that's the application of force which is contrary to the divine command, and the violation of the spiritual destiny of that man who Hashem had destined him to have that property. And so therefore he concludes that a person is lowering himself below the beast, because Hashem has destined you for higher things, to be to go to not to steal. Okay. 336. We go back to Meir.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Just as you must not steal or rob, so you must leave property to its owner. You must retain nothing that belongs to your brother. That is, you must give him the things belonging to him and which are under your control. Whatever he has handed into your control without giving up his right in it, whether for safekeeping, for work on it, or for temporary use, such as on loan or hire. Likewise, whatever of his property has come into your control, not by his intention, such as by findings, likewise, anything of yours which he has acquired a right, whether it be that you have to compensate him for property which he has made over to you, or for services which he has rendered you, such as for purchase or loan, or wages for services or labor performed, or whether you have to make good with your property the amount by which his property has been reduced through you, such as compensation for damages. All these things you must not regard as yours, but prove that, being a man, you respect right and not might. You must respect them as his and restore them to him. Wow.
Okay, so that's the theme. Respecting right and not might. Something that belongs to somebody else, so you respect his right to that property. So that's the rule. And not might, meaning that since you have it in your possession now, so it's as good as it's yours. Okay, very good. All right, 337. Back to Alan. 337, Alan.
All right, you got it. You will now have realized it's not material how large or how small is the object which you may steal, filch, or withhold, no matter how long and from whom you do so. However minute the object, whoever the victim, as long as it is a human being, you commit treason against the human spirit and insult Hashem's name. The largest, smallest things man calls his own shall be sacred to you. You shall have respect for the divinely given human spirit and not dare to lay hands on Hashem's sanctuary by appropriating what belongs to your brother. The Torah forbids the stealing of the smallest object. However, it is so small as to have no value. For instance, if someone takes a splinter from a bundle of hay or from a fence, use a toothpick, it is not legally prohibited. The sages recommend that it should not be done. Remarking that if everyone did this, there would soon be nothing left of bundle or fence. He, however, who steals an object worth stole someone's life. Nor must you steal in fun or for a joke. Do not take any object from its owner. Let us consent, even only from momentary use, and from the intention of returning it immediately. That would be theft for the moment. Do not take anything from its owner, even though you intend restoring it 1,000, if 1,000-fold. Force anyone to part with his property, even against payment, borders on robbery. He who induces his neighbor by excessive entreaty, insistence, etc., to sell him any goods which he covets, transgresses against the command, thou shalt not covet, to take a pledge from the debtor by force, without having resort to the courts, is in effect to commit robbery. Material from whom steal, filch, or be it an Israelite or a non-Israelite, a heathen or idolater, adult or a minor, in every case you shall have to against the divine prohibition and are in sin until you pay taxes and dues, which princes and authorities laws, even if they're assessed higher on the Jew and then on the non-Jew, as long as tax and dues collect do not exceed the laws thus laid down. Smuggling or similar offenses against tax authorities are in no wise better than theft. If you do not return a request although able to do so, an object in your possession, which with the owner's knowledge, for example, a debt or a loan, you have committed robbery. Clothing, etc., has been confused in the laundry or in company, etc. The object in your possession must restore it to its owner, even though yours has left its return to you. The artisan must return the balance of any materials given him to work with, unless in such a small quantity as according to usage. The artisan may maintain and be in danger of his life and his neighbor's property to save himself. He may only use it with the intention of returning it. You must not buy things
Okay.
or stolen goods for robbery. Sin is for the same. But by buying them,
That's another section. That's section 338.
Right, sorry. Okay.
Yes, right on the top.
Right.
Okay. Very good. Um,
This point it makes about the taxes, even if the taxes are disproportionate. That's a little surprising.
yeah, what's this citation, by the way? CHM. Oh, Choshen Mishpat. Oh, we could look that up in Choshen Mishpat. He's quoting that out of the Shulchan Aruch.
Right.
Choshen Mishpat 369, section 6. Let me take a look. See if it mentions that that case.
Mm.
369.
And what's the other one?
What happened to the rabbi? He disappeared.
He went to Choshen Mishpat. He's going to look up the halakha about the taxes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Let's see here. 369. Choshen Mishpat 369. Where is this section 6?
Yeah, section 6.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Oh, okay. What he's talking about is this Simon is talking about also liknos migazlin belistim lehanos mimamono medino demalchusa ketzad. Okay. So section 6. B'medivum amurim. What are we talking about? I don't know. You tell me. Oh wow, that's a funny way to start off a sif. That means that we got to look at what he was talking about in the previous sif. Oh boy.
Oy.
Notlu muksin susan behek ziroi loy acheretz arei elu shaloi mipnei shazu mechirahi kazakdash and is yaishu habailim mimena ve'enu yodea bevadai shazu gazula. So really what he's talking about is a tax collector is a muchas, and they had tax collectors that like to line their pockets with people's money, so they would do all sorts of things to get as much as they could. They bought the right to collect taxes. They're not really official member of the government or anything, but the government themselves didn't handle the collection of taxes. They left it up to these tax collectors who were like private individuals that bought the right to collect taxes from a certain whatever the deal was. So they weren't always they were wasn't the best way to collect taxes. So but anyway, so they're talking about such a person. So that's what they mean when they say b'medava mamurim. Oh, so what did we say actually? The question was, what if he give? I don't know what is. I just dropped into an ocean over here. I'm not sure exactly what it's saying here. Okay, okay. Let's just take a look and keep reading. Let's not get bogged down. Kalistim. Bisman shahamuchas akum o muchas ha'omed me'elav o muchas ha'omed makmas hamelech. So we're talking about a person who's collecting taxes. How either he's been, let's say he's been appointed by the melech, by the king. The elo kitzva, he doesn't have a fixed amount that he collects from each person. Ella lokeach ma sheyirtze. He takes what he wants. Aval muchas shepasku hamelech litol davar katsuv. But a muchas who is collecting because the melech has paskind that this is a fixed amount that should be collected from everyone. Afilu tziva she Yisrael yitain yoter me akum. Even if the melech has made his decree that a Yisrael gives more than an akum, mikomakom, nevertheless, mikre davar katsuv lekolish. That is called a davar katsuv, a fixed and set amount. It's not called that he is arbitrarily collecting whatever he wants. So it's So my nafkamina, in a case like that, Hemid Mukas Yisrael Ligvoso Lemelech Venoda Sha'odam Zed Neman Venu Mosif Klum Alma Shagozar Hamelech Eno Becheskes Gazlan. So such person is not a Gazlan Mishum Dedin Malkus Adina. Okay, so in any case, without getting into all the intricacies over here, because it's very quite involved, but we do see that the Shulchan Aruch did mention that it's not called arbitrary if as a set rule that the Yisrael gives more than the Akum. That's the bottom line. Without getting into all of the details. So
So
that's
is there a why?
that's what that verse is referring to.
It's just a fact, or is there any kind of understanding of why?
I mean, we'd have to take a look at the sources of the where where this comes from, and do a whole. Right here, we're just talking about what the halacha is.
Right.
We're not talking about philosophy.
Yeah.
Or the reason why the halacha is that way. See if any one of the commentators over here on the Shulchan Aruch comments on it. I see a Yud Zayin and a Yud Ches before and after it. That refers to who does that refer to? Well, that refers to the, I don't know. Bir HaGra. Bir HaGra. The Gra says, V'afilu tziva v'chulei, mem shin shin, lo yilbash, Pirish Gedei, Sheyizbru, Shehu Akum, She'enu Nostein, Bechem Ba'af, another 4-letter notricon. Hilchus Yesodei HaTorah. Wow. I don't know what he's. I mean, you have to be familiar. you have to be familiar with the Vilna Gaon. The Vilna Gaon, it's basically impossible to read what he says because he's got so many. He writes in riddles, right? Only the greatest scholars that are familiar with the subject can really follow what it is that he's getting at. But he's got a long comment about this over here. I mean, he not what he has to say, but he's just quoting other. As much as I can gather from what he is saying, he's saying that there's many other authorities who have spoken about this subject. Sasru Pirish Zeh. Mashikosif. Oh boy. See, what the Shulchan Aruch says over here, after mentioning this situation of Jews paying more than non-Jews, he says that this all comes under the rubric of Dina de Malchusa Dina, that the law of the kingdom that you're living in, that's your law. And not only that, but somebody who tries to evade paying on that account, over mipnei shehu gozel manas hamelech. It's regarded as though he's stealing from the portion of the king, who has the authority under the principle of Dina de Malchusa Dina. The law of the land is the law to extract those taxes from Yisrael. Okay, so what's interesting is that I don't see anyone except, well, let's see. I mean, of course, I mean, it's an interesting shaila in halacha and in the Shulchan Aruch, but practically speaking, historically speaking, if there would be a Jew who the king would find out he didn't pay his taxes, and that would not be that even if the Jew would say that according to the Vilna Gaon, you're not allowed to do this to me, to charge me more than the non-Jews. I don't know how far he would get with the kingdom and with that claim. He might be in an awful lot of trouble. So it's certainly not advisable to try to violate it in any case. Right? Not a wise idea. You don't know what the king could do, right? So, but I don't know. I think I need a Rosh Tevis book to try to read this Vilna Gaon. Mem Shin Shin. I don't know what that is. Shin Base Hey Gimel Mem. I don't know. He's got so many. Wow. It seems as though, I wish he would have quoted where the Gemara is, but it seems like he's quoting a Gemara, or that's it, or that's a pasuk. I don't know. They need to come out with a Art Scrolls elucidation on the Bir Hagra and Shulchan Aruch. That should be their next project. Okay. That'll probably take 20 years to complete. Wow. But if I'm not mistaken, if what I can see over here is, it seems as though that he's saying that the Rambam and the Rush do not agree with this explanation.
Hmm.
Afilu arkosa de mesane. Not kvar yashev hamarik sham. Vanimuki Yosef beper kama baba kama sham. Oh, it sounds like he's quoting a Gemara in Baba Kama now. Okay, well, Mikol Mokom, the last thing he says is, Mikol Mokom mash shmamina de lechuli alma af she'eno nosein meches rak yadiseu dinu de malchusa. Wow. Wow. Ah. Okay. Okay. All right. So that's okay. Okay, so that's basically what he's saying. What's interesting is that he's called a legitimate prince or authority, even though he's charging Jews more than the non-Jews. That doesn't impinge his status as being a legitimate prince or authority in and of itself. Okay. So the bottom line is that not only is it a wise idea for the Jew to pay, like what I'm saying, but Rav Hirsch is saying that's what the Torah would demand a Jew to do in such a situation. Okay. Okay, interesting. Yeah. Until I get a hold of a Rosh Tevis book, I have to take a look at that Vilna Gaon again. Okay, so we have any time? Oh no, we don't have any time. We didn't have any time 13 minutes ago. Okay. All right. So okay, sorry for the delay. That's what happens in the Machamta Shel Torah. Trying to figure out a Vilna Gaon. Oh boy.
We're having a lot of
That
fun.
could take a while. Okay. Okay. All the best, Mayor. Have a great day, a great week.
Okay, thank you very
We'll
much.
be back soon.